The field of study that looks at how we are influenced by our nature or our nurture is called behavior genetics. A behavior geneticist studies which have a bigger influence on our behavior. Is it our genes, our nature, or is it how we are raised and our interaction with others, our nurturing? The ideal scenario to study which has a bigger effect on our behavior, nature, or nurture would be to study identical twins who have been separated at birth. They have the same genes, but are raised in completely separate environments. There was a study that was conducted in Minnesota called the Minnesota Twin Study, where they found 124 sets of twins who were separated at birth and then later reunited in their 30s or 40s and undergone a series of tests. They were looking to see if they had similar qualities or behaviors, even though they had been reared in completely different environments. That would show a strong case for the genetic side or the nature side of the nature-nurture debate. Many of the twins in this study who were reunited later in life had uncanny similarities, showing that there is a strong case for the fact that many of our behaviors come from our genes. Even though the twins were raised in completely different environment, a lot of their behaviors were very similar. Please click on the link above to watch a video of the Minnesota Twin Study. If the link does not work, you can Google Robert Winston Jim Twins Minnesota Twin Study. In addition to the twin studies, behavior geneticists also look at adoption studies. They look at children who were adopted at birth, and then later in life, they compare a series of questions and tests from the adopted child to the adopted parents and biological parents. The twin studies, as well as adoption studies, show a strong possibility that certain behaviors that we have come from our genes. Personality, intelligence, interests, fears, and temperament tend to be something that the twins, even though they were raised in separate environments, had in common once they were reunited. Also, children who are adopted at birth tend to share personality, intelligence, temperament, interests, and fears with their biological parents and not so much the adopted parents. Temperament may be an unfamiliar term to you. That is emotional reactivity to a particular situation. Some people are very laid back and easygoing, and other people seem to have a more tense or uptight temperament. Although genes have a strong influence on our personality, intelligence, interests, fears, and temperament, we do know that nurturing plays a big part in who we become as well. And to that, we look at feral children. A feral child is someone who's basically raised in some sort of isolation or lack of human contact. Even though these children may be born with all of their genetic faculties intact and have the capability to develop into a normal child, you still have to have that loving, nurturing environment and interaction with others for those qualities or behaviors to fully develop. Take a minute and click on the hyperlink to watch a video about feral children and their connection to this nature-nurture debate. If it doesn't work, you can Google wild child feral children.